Hello and welcome back to another studio vlog. If you don't know me, my name is Oku and I'm an illustrator from the UK and I make lots of cute whimsical stuff with my characters and loads of stationery things. This week's video is going to be restocking and refocusing. I've realised that I've slightly lost my focus with my business and I really want to talk you through my decisions and what I'm thinking to try and help me get back on track to get these projects that I really wanted to do this year done. Maybe not this year, but in the near future. And just trying to figure out what products I want to make and how I can restructure things moving forward, like maybe getting some things outsourced. But we'll get into it as we go. But first off, we need to make some designs. I wrote down what I need to make. I probably should have recorded this too, but I did just do a little stock check and on my to-do list here. So I need to make some more of my Giratina sticker, my Gengar sticker, my Froggy Army, Mercy sticker, Miku sticker, my dinosaur sticker pack, and then my Blep magnetic bookmark. If you don't know, actually, Blep is one of my characters. This is Blep. He's my purple dragon, and he's a very curious, silly little guy, so that's why he's called Blep, because he's always got his tongue out. I never talk too much about my characters, and that's something, again, with this refocus, I really want to actually tell you guys about my characters and maybe have some little stories. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's print these stickers so that I can then cut them. Also, I tidied my workspace and I dusted. That's why I'm using this for the background of the intro, because it looks so tidy. It hasn't looked tidy in many weeks, honestly. This is not realistic. I mean, speaking of unrealistic, this is what the other work surface looks like. Yeah, I tidied one of them today, so tidying both was way too much. But here's my printer. I also have an order to pack, and I just got this out earlier. And this is the last one. This is the last one of the draft in this form. I will be remaking this design, but I'm going to actually try and get these manufactured moving forward. So, especially for the shaped bookmarks, I think I could get a much better quality from outsourcing. So, I'm going to try that. So, I think I need to make him like a much chunkier, chubbier design. I'm probably going to redesign this completely, but the bookmark friends are going to be sticking around. We need paper. What paper do we need? We're making stickers. We need sticker paper. I'd like to say I'm somewhat organized with how I store stuff because of this unit here. So you can see all these boxes. Like this one has a lot of packing materials. This one's got all of my sticker packs. This one's got bookmarks and sticker sheets and other things. But it isn't actually that organized. It's, again, something else I really should go through and figure out how I'm organizing it all. But that's not the point. This isn't an organization video. That's not what we're talking about today. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Right, I like to put just a whole wad of sticker paper in. Let's just do that. A lot of my thoughts on the refocusing part of this vlog is going to be done in a voiceover. So I'm going to, while I'm cutting the stickers, I am going to do a voiceover of the thoughts that I've had and everything like that. But obviously, if I did that while the sticker cutter was going, sorry, I thought my mic had died. It spun around. If I did that while the sticker cutter was going, you would not be able to hear me at all. So we're going to do that the smart way that you'll actually be able to hear me. I have also just realized that a lot of the stickers that I need to restock actually need to be slightly edited in the design because I've started adding in pill tabs to all of my stickers. So you can see here, that makes it like a really easy pill tab, and it means that I've got a bit of branding on my stickers as well, which I think is really cute. So I need to actually... Sorry, the light is really bad. I think it's because I'm kind of backlit. So I need to add that on to most of the designs that I'm restocking, because what I'm trying to do so that I don't get overwhelmed is just gradually add them onto any designs that I'm restocking. So Miku's got them, Timmy and Tommy have them. My newer sticker packs, like the roller skating animals and the underwater animals, have them. But apart from that, nothing has them. So like everything on my restock list actually needs to be added in. So we'll start by printing and cutting the Miku stickers while I add some tabs onto the other stuff. I also may have just realized that I kind of forgot to order my print ink. If you can see that, the levels don't look good. Apparently my magenta is run out and my black and cyan are low. But the thing is, it tells me that it's run out, but then really... Oh god, what is happening? But then really, it actually still prints for like 20 more sheets perfectly fine before there's any color change. So we're just gonna hope that I'm still within that 20 sheet mark for today, and I'm gonna order some ink right now. Oops. So I just did a firmware update for my silhouette, and now it seems to be not working. I don't need this right now. Okay, so update. It is now Friday. I last filmed on Wednesday. And yeah, my cutter has broken. It is still here, pretty much as just decoration right now. So yeah, it is Friday morning. It's currently 10:30. I've just showered. And yeah, I've decided I'm gonna have to just cut some stickers by hand. So I've printed a sheet of like the ones that I absolutely need. And you can see I haven't done the registration mark, so I can fit more stickers than I usually can on there. I'm gonna laminate those. I'm just gonna hand cut them. But apart from that, I'm not going to be able to restock everything else that I wanted to for this update, for this restock. Because, yeah, my cutter's completely broken. The firmware update seems to have broken it. I'm in contact with the company, but I have actually ordered a new one because next weekend I have MegaCon Farnborough and I need to restock a lot for that, especially because I'm running low on stock for this weekend, which is only a one-day event. But then I'm running low on stock. And then so next weekend I'm going to be even lower on stock. It's just not very good. I've just ordered a new one. But I thought if there's not a better time for an upgrade, than now, really. So I did order the Silhouette Portrait 4 instead, just to see what that's like. I think from what I've read, it seems to be pretty much the same, same size and everything, so it should fit over there. But it is also quieter, which would be very nice. And apparently it's faster. So we'll see. I'll give it a go. But yeah, so for today, we're going to cut these by hand, and we're not going to stress about restocking what I can't restock because it is currently completely out of my control and I can't do anything about it. So I'm going to try not to worry about it too much. But I am going to do a bunch of other stuff that's on my to-do list today. So I will bring you along for that as well. I'm going to be packing for the event and everything. So this video is just a lot different than what I thought, but over the other clips in this video, I will still do a voiceover explaining my refocusing for my business at the minute and tell you about what I was planning to tell you about anyway. It's just going to be different content than I thought it was. So yeah, let's get into it and make the most of what we can do. I'm trying to see if I could make use of some of my scrap laminate to laminate these stickers because they use different types of laminate here for these stickers. I'm just taking a look. I reckon I could probably laminate the goat stickers with these pieces. This is my bag of scraps, and I'm thinking of doing some little bundles on my website if anyone's interested in buying some like little mini scraps of laminate, because this can be used for so many things. But I just have so much of it where I have to trim down the sheet. Like there's holographic ones, they're used for, it can be really cute for like decorative tape or wrapping presents and stuff. So I don't know, let me know if you'd be interested in that. So let's get talking about what I wanted this video to be about in the start, before my cutter decided to give up on me so rudely. I've been thinking recently that I needed to refocus on what makes me happy in my business and also what doesn't. It's asking myself some really hard questions about what should I be spending my time on, and versus what brings me the most joy in my business to work on. And honestly figuring out what doesn't serve me anymore for my business. And it's a difficult topic, but I think it's really important to do a little check-in. So this has been a long time coming, because as many of you will know, I work part-time in a school as well as running this business. I was going to say part-time, but let's be real, it's also essentially full-time. If you want to hear more about that journey, I'll link a video all about this in the cards. But basically, this time a year ago, I was full-time running Okupoku, and I have to keep in mind that I can't do everything the same as I was this time last year alongside a part-time job. It's just not sustainable long-term, and I want this business to be long-term and to do it in a sustainable way for my health. The first big change is that I unfortunately won't be streaming on Twitch anymore. I was trying to do 2 streams a week, but if you watch those, you'll have noticed the past few months I end up cancelling so often, and I feel really bad about it, but other things come up that have a deadline, or, I'm working on a book series with an author, illustrating that, and so I have deadlines often as well, and I just end up cancelling them because I'm just tired, or I need a rest in the evening after work. And it was a difficult decision because Twitch used to be my main platform. If you've been around for a long time, you'll have known that when I started, I was primarily streaming on Twitch. I didn't start YouTube until not long over a year ago, and my first things was streaming on Twitch, and I was streaming games, and then I moved into streaming my art as well. So Twitch was like my main focus, and I was really excited, and I used to plan my streams out really intensively, and I'd plan them out to be really interesting and have loads of talking points ready, and I'd have incentives for people to sub to my stream and everything like that, and it was really good for me. I grew my Twitch to like 400 followers, and it was really good for me. But I then decided, actually, I want to move into YouTube, because I thought it would be easier for me to do long term, because Twitch streams take a lot of energy if you've never done them before. A Twitch stream, obviously you're there, you're live in front of the camera, you have to be completely present and active the whole time, and it's really difficult. And also, if nobody's watching, it's very hard to talk to nobody. Streaming on Twitch is not hard, and not hard, it's not easy, and I never thought it was easy. But in recent times, where my business has grown and I've got more things to juggle, more things to work on, it's been harder for me to stay motivated to put the effort in that Twitch needs. So it was a really difficult decision, but I don't think Twitch is worth it for me personally anymore. I'm not as invested as I was, and if I wanted to ask people to financially support me, I have a much better reward system on my Patreon, or I also have my shop that I'd be asking people to go to, and I don't want every single thing I'm saying on Twitch to be asking for money, like asking them to sub, asking them about my Patreon, telling them about my shop. It just felt like a bit too much. It felt like my whole stream was an ad, which I don't want that to be the case. And I did really enjoy streaming. I might still occasionally do a stream, but it would more than likely be on YouTube now if I wanted to do the occasional live stream. So I'm still going to keep that option open for myself, but I'm just not going to try and commit to doing 2 streams a week anymore or doing them regularly. I just don't have the time to put into it with the reality of juggling everything. And I also just came to the realization that long form videos like I do here on YouTube actually brings me a lot more joy, and this is what I want to put my time and my effort into. So by not streaming, I'm now aiming to spend at least 2 hours a week, which was the length of one of my streams, working on my board game, which you might not know about because I haven't spoken about it much on this channel. But this is a passion project that I've been working on and off for probably almost a year, genuinely. But I was getting upset that I wasn't able to put time into it. I was at UK Games Expo in May, so I did talk about the game in that video because I was starting to talk about the game to the public in that video and at that convention. But I haven't managed to make any progress on the game since May. And then I realised, hang on, I'm in control of my schedule. If I want this to happen, I can make time for it if I want to. So by not streaming, I've now freed up some time for myself to try and work on this every week. Realistically, it probably won't be every single week because this is a passion project and it comes in second to things like commissions and other projects that I'm working on. But this means that I'm way more likely to be able to work on it at least a little bit weekly, which I'm very, very excited about. I can't wait to show you more about this project, and if you want to see it, I keep it all together in my Patreon on the free tier, so you can just sub for free on there to do that. I'm also moving to having an editor for my videos. My sister Sky is going to be editing my videos for me from now on, which is going to allow me to free up more of my time to work on new products for my shop. And this was another thing I needed to be able to find the time for, of course, to grow my business more. I realised I've only done one full shop collection this year, which was my Bookish Bugs collection, and in my original plan for this year, I had so much more planned out that I just haven't got around to. I'm hoping with these changes we can make one more new collection at least before the year ends. This time last year, I was also working on a calendar to launch. I want to do the same for this year, but I didn't start on it soon enough, honestly, because of being so busy. But I do have an exciting plan for it, and I want to be able to dedicate enough time to make it as exciting and amazing as I think it could be. So sadly, I won't be launching a calendar for 2026, but I'm instead going to keep working on this idea throughout next year in order to have a new and exciting calendar ready for 2027. So these have been really, really hard decisions for me to make, but I truly feel re-energized about my business, and I'm really excited to get back to working on what means the most to me, to continue creating fun art for all of you and building out my characters and introducing them all to you. Officially, I think I need to do something about that. I think I'm going to try and make these restock and refocus videos a regular occurrence here on the channel because it is so important to check in every now and then and see how you feel about what you've been doing and where you want to go, just to check in with your goals and that you're actually getting where you want to be, because as I've realised, I've strayed from my goals a bit this year, but that's okay because we can fix that and we can move on to what else we want to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm gonna end it here, but I've had such a great time talking with you, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!